All right, so hopefully we're going live here. Yeah, we're live. Okay, good. Cool. Hi, the one. Nice to have you here. We're going to go ahead and copy this channel link, and we're going to go ahead and put it into my chat here. Let's see. General. And just throw that into the link there. Go ahead and put it in here as well. Why not? We'll put it in Dragon's Fire. Last time they appreciated it, so why not? So just throw that in there. And then guess I may as well put in my guild too. So see if anyone wants to hop in. If not, that's cool too. Just gonna be talking about Winterfest. Kind of what has happened last year, as well as kind of what to expect. So hey Santosh, good morning to you. Hi Ola, nice to have you here. Hey Melissa, great to have you here as well. Always a pleasure. Love seeing you guys the other day in the live stream that they were having for Hero Wars. Hey Melissa, I always appreciate that. Melissa always asks, "How's everything?" Everything's going well right now. So I'm officially done with all my finals, which is amazing. I know I said that I think last week as well, but um, it's nice to finally be done. I know like there's one that was like up in the air. We weren't sure if it was done, but it's done now. Um, hey Gary, nice to see you here. The one thank you for the early birthday wishes. Yeah, so I guess my birthday is tomorrow. I sometimes like to forget. I don't like getting older, but thank you for that. I appreciate that. And hey Jennifer, yeah, I mean, I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, it might be Jennifer, but absolutely no problem. Love having you here. Today I'm going to be talking about Winterfest a lot, and I kind of felt like it was lacking the other day when we were talking. Well, not we, but I was watching the stream the other day that Hero Wars did, and I know Daniel's new, and I appreciate that. But I do kind of wish there was more info that he gave us. So I'm going to kind of like try to talk and try to fill in some of the gaps and kind of, go over my experience in Winterfest in the past, and kind of go through that. It's going to be a little bit unorganized because I'm still working through it. I will make a video on it as well, but I wanted to kind of take the time to make sure that we talked about it because I know people wanted to know, and I don't want to leave people in the dark on it. So we're going to go ahead and get into that very soon. Sorry, I'm just making sure that everything's working here because I'm getting messages, so I'm making sure that those are not an issue. I think we're looking okay. Yep, looks like everything's going all right. Yeah, I had to update my OBS, which is the service that I use to stream. So that also may have taken a factor there. So I'm going to minimize my screen here for a second, and instead of doing what I normally do, which is kind of just go through my tasks and everything, and I will answer questions. And thank you, Melissa. I appreciate it. It means a lot. Thank you for the birthday wishes. Okay, so first, I'm going to real quickly talk about these skins, right? I know we already covered them. I know. But basically, so, ooh, this is not the right one, is it? Okay, maybe it is. Anyway, this was off of the live stream the other day, and I think, if I'm right, I thought for some reason we were getting armor, not health. So this might be the mobile screenshot for some reason. Um, thank you, I appreciate it. Thank you for the birthday wishes. But anyway, so we are getting Rufus with a new skin. This is what it's going to look like. I think this was supposed to be armor, so ignore what it says here is health. I think we're supposed to get armor, which is better because armor protects against physical attacks, and physical attacks are the only thing that can knock out Rufus. So I personally think it's a big bonus. I know, the other day Hero Wars was like, who cares about armor? But I think armor is really critical because if Rufus gets hit with a physical attack that would have knocked him out, with the added armor, he would not get knocked out. And potentially, let's say you have a combination team, right? Let's say you have Aurora on your team, and Aurora's basic attacks do physical damage. Her special is a magic attack. So if her special goes off right after her basic attack, then Rufus is just going to come back to haunt you. It's not necessarily going to go down. So I think armor is a huge benefit to Rufus. Um, so I think this is going to be armor. But yes, I think that's going to be a huge benefit. I think it's grossly underestimated. That's my opinion there. We have physical attack for Dante, which I think is going to be great because Dante, I mean, yeah, they reworked him so his offense is better, but it's not great. So I think this will be a skin to check out. I'm going to definitely play with Dante a little bit more once this skin comes out. And then, going into these skins real quick, Magic Attack for Jorgen is crazy. He's just going to go nuts. And I think the Magic Attack one on Marcus looks the dopest. I definitely think it looks sick. I don't use Marcus personally yet because I don't have enough resources. Let's face it, I don't have enough resources to focus on all 15 heroes yet. But Marcus looks really cool with his skin, and I like Marcus. He's someone I'm going to look into eventually. But again, Jorgen with the Magic Attack, this is the skin to get. Marcus is also a good one, but I think this Jorgen one is one to get, especially for players who are on newer servers because Sebastian is not highly used yet at that point. Hey Chris, nice to see you here. Hey, what's up, man? Nice to see you as well. And I agree, Marcus looks crazy awesome. I love these wings as well. Reminds me a little bit of like, some of those OP characters in anime. But anyway, I don't want to get into a rabbit hole. I could talk about anime all day. We're going to go ahead and continue moving on this Winterfest stuff. So we are not getting Alvinor, which in my opinion, like, why are they switching it up? I have no idea. They're basically playing what is this Pokemon with us right here, which I think is kind of annoying. Hey Roger, nice to see you're here. And yeah, what's up, man? I think it's just tough to use Marcus if you're in the top 20, just because he's not a hero you'd typically want to focus on. But I think, with the rework recently and everything, he's pretty good. Hey Chris, I hope you already caught the different skins here, right? So we have, Rufus. This is going to be an armor skin. We got Dante with the physical attack skin. And then we have the magic attack on Jorgen and Marcus magic attack as well. Hopefully that briefly catches you up. I know I went a little bit more in depth, but that's the Spark Notes version, right? And here we have a new hero, which is going to be, we have no idea, but this immediately reminded me of Fox. It's not Fox, but it's a new hero that's in that engineer new class that they're trying to build. I don't know why we're having a new class. They haven't even completed the undead class. So for me, this is beyond crazy. But yeah, so this is basically the new engineer class. I don't know how I feel about it. I personally am going to need to figure out what this new hero is and how good it is before I'm able to classify this engineer class as good. Because Fox is decent and Ginger's decent, but I don't know. I'm not a huge fan of these new classes yet. But anyway, so that's kind of what we are told for this upcoming Winterfest, and that's really all we're told, which I think's lacking. So one thing that we're gonna know for sure, right? And I'm gonna show this picture from last Winterfest, right? This is what it looked like last Winterfest. They decked it out. So, this is my account last year, so level 82, where, I had all my Christmas lights. We had the new Christmas tree, and originally the Christmas tree is a lot smaller than smaller than this, excuse me. And it just continually grows as you level it up as a guild. And yes, so fact check, emeralds are getting cheaper. What's up, man? Emeralds are already cheaper. So here's how you can tell. So for me, this initial purchase was $300. It is now $250. So it's a $50 savings on the most expensive package. So I know that they definitely cut prices on this one. I kind of think they definitely cut some of these prices, but not as much as they could have. But yes, they did cut prices already, just so you know. And I know, people are already reworking on, what's the best currency to use. I'm not going to get into that right now. But yes, fact check, emeralds are already cheaper. Yes. So, and Gary, yeah, it looks like a hero standing inside a machine. I think that's fair. And it reminds me of those heroes that are, or the opponents that are in chapter 14 and 15 as well. So what's up, man? Here says, I think it's just about balancing the power, not really about completing one class at a time. I think that's fair, but I think it's a little bit unfair to the players as well because you're investing into these new classes, but you never, fully get a class. So how can you really fully invest? It's like they want you to partially invest your resources and spread them out so thin that you're not able to complete a team, which to me is a little bit annoying. But going back to this, okay, so we have our tree here, right? And we have Wendy, who is this little girl here, right? Wendy, as you guys know, right, every time you upgrade a hero's items, you get 10 emeralds. We got 10 gems, 10 emeralds. Wendy is the one who's giving you that. That's this little girl here. So I'm going to close this. Let's say you click on the tree, right? Because this is always like a thing that they have. So you click on the tree, and typically what you'll see is something like this. So you're going to have the people of Dominion are celebrating the new year. It's a 14-day event, right? So Winterfest is 2 weeks. And for mobile, right, it's going to be completely different. But mobile starts on the 22nd. Facebook and web, my understanding is it will start on the 25th. But it is possible it starts on the 21st, which would be that Monday. I just think it's a lot more likely they're going to start on the 25th, which is actually Christmas in the States. I don't know. So it might be like the night of the 24th, but the 25th, if you're still counting on the Russian time, because I believe the game is based in Russia, so Moscow, right? So that's kind of what we're talking about when we're looking at when this event's going to start, but it is a 14-day event. So as we can see, right, last year we had urn baubles, which are basically these decoration, like, things that you're going to put on the tree. And then earn baubles through the quests. And then you can decorate the tree using these baubles. We have receive and send presents, which is a big portion of this game. And we also have check ranking. So, yeah, it's a 2-week event. It's crazy. So this is what it looks like when you click on the tree. So earning baubles, right? So that's the quest. That is also known as the holiday everyday event. So these are the 8 tabs you'll see, and you can see, all right, I probably did this video mid-event because I was still figuring out how to use YouTube and everything like that. But it's a 14-day event. This is a holiday everyday event. And during the first half, we had the waiting for the holiday event. Then there was a second half event that took place of the waiting for the holiday event. I didn't document that. I should have, but I did document the holiday everyday event. So the first part of it, right, has sending gifts to your friends or guildmates, right? So you can only do this with people who are on the same server as you if you're on Facebook or on web. At least that's how I remember it. I think that's still how it's going to be. There were 4 different gift types. So we had the Titan Soulstone gift, we had the pet gift, right, and the Titan Artifact gift. We also had a skin gift. So those are the 4 gifts. And just for sending one to a friend daily, right, these reset, you got a Titan Soulstone gift, a pet gift, and a Titan Artifact gift, and a skin gift. You got all 4 of those gifts sent to you for sending them to a buddy or someone in your own guild. So that was every day. You could do that one time, and you got one back, right? So that was every day for 14 days. Then the second tab, right, is the Forest Beauty, and this is basically a bunch of cookies that you could trade in to be baubles, right? So every time you got baubles, which are from the next tabs here, you could basically trade in these cookies to get baubles and then basically upgrade your trees because your tree needed baubles to grow. So that's kind of how it worked. And I will show you that what's up, man. We will get to that, I promise. So moving on, right, we have the third tab, which is Winterfest activities. And here, this is all about fighting in arena. So people have asked me what are things you can do. Fighting in arena gets you, points, basically, is what I'm going to say there. And every day, they want you to fight all 5 times in arena. And you get 160 baubles there daily. Searching for secrets is the next tab, right? And here is opening chests in the tower. So they want you to open all 15 chests, which are all possible for free daily, and you get a bunch more baubles. You get 260 baubles daily, right? So that's a bunch of baubles that you can put on your tree. We have, where's the fifth one? The fifth one here is New Year's Spirit, more baubles, and here they want you to collect 15 soul stones daily. That's actually really easy. You don't even have to typically go to the coins and trade those in to get all these soul stones, and I'll show you why in a sec. I just want to move through this event portion real quick. The next one is pet summoning, so you just had to summon 3 pets daily, and basically you got a bunch of baubles and you got chaos particles, which is cool. And yes, movie star, the winter skins will come out during Winterfest. So I will, for mobile it's a little different, but for Facebook and web, yes, it will come out right when Winterfest starts. And I'm sure they'll talk about it more and I'll have more updates on it as we progress. But we have King of the Party here. So for completing the other tabs in this event, right, you got, I think it's, artifact coins as well as baubles, right? So you just had to complete the tasks within this event. And then we had Wishmaster, which was the last tab here. And here, they wanted you to send a total of 50. It got cut off here, but 50 gifts, and then you got more of, you got one more of the gifts for each one. So this was the Titan Stone, this is the Pet Stone, this is the Titan Artifact, and there was a Skin Stone event, or Skin Stone chest. So that's what you got back. So, when we're looking at this again, right, that's what you can do for the Earn Baubles tab. Then we had the Decorate Your Tree, and all you're doing is you're putting your baubles onto the tree, and your tree levels up. Every time it leveled up, your entire guild was given a gift, and that gift was kind of random, but basically you were given a gift. It could have been a Titan, any of the 4 prizes is what it could have been. And I will talk about what those 4 prizes are in the receive and send presents right now. So as I've been saying, right, there are these presents. So here are the 4 types of presents you could give or get. And every time you gave or got one, right, they had the new hero. You got 1 per gift you sent. If you sent the lowest one, which is the Titan Soulstone gift, you had a choice of you got 3 Sebastian Soulstones for sending a pet gift. You got 5 for the Titan Artifact gift and 10 for the skin gift. So that's in addition to sending the gift, and right, your first one for each of these, you get that same gift back. You also got soul stones for the new hero, and you got a hero of the day, which at this point was Lars. So let me see what's getting popped up here. Before the start of Winterfest, 4 heroes will get new winter skins. Magic attack for Jorgen and Marcus, even more armor for Rufus, and additional physical attack for Dante. That's completely correct, movie star. We did talk about that a little earlier, but you're exactly right. That's exactly what we were talking about earlier. And those skins will be added to the skin gift tab, essentially, is what's going to happen. So hopefully everyone's following me so far. But and if you have questions, feel free to ask them. I'm more than happy to answer them now. Just so I know that, you guys are staying with me here. But yeah, so we have the Titan Soulstone gift, Pet gift, Titan Artifact gift, and Skin gift. And, every time, you will receive Hero Soulstones for sending any present. So you got Sebastian, which is the hero that was introduced last winter. So that new robotic hero that we were looking at is probably going to be in this place. And there'll be a hero of the day. And the hero of the day typically was a hero that had a Winterfest skin. No, you're good. Completely good, movie star. Thanks for coming in. And so here's what we're looking at when we're looking at the different gifts, right? So the Titan Soul gift could have any of these things. So it could have 5 Super Titan chests. I think this is 5 Marksman. I want to say this is Defender chest. This is Marksman chest. And, well, maybe it's Support. Anyway, they had different chests for each of the different Titans. You could have gotten Titan Potion, and then you had miscellaneous, Titan Soul Stones in the Titan Soul Stone gift. So this is what you could get. You could get packages of 1 of these guys, 3 of these guys, or 5 of these guys. You could also get the specific Titan Soul Stones. So that's what you could get here. Then when we're looking at the next one, right? So that's the cheapest gift that you can send, right? It required 250 of these coins that you'd get from baubles, so you could send them, right? Then you could basically go on to the pet gift, which is the second cheapest gift, which had pet soulstone chest, right? So any pet that you had um, was available. Am I sure it will be the same event like last year? Let me put it this way: I am 95% sure. And the reason that I say that is because, my understanding is the years prior, it was very, very similar. It's not going to be the exact same. That's just not going to happen. But I'm just kind of going over stuff from last year, and feel free to like put your input as well. But here they had, a bunch of different of the new pets, right? Because pets at this time were new. So I think it's gonna be very, very similar. Um, and I'm sorry, I want to say Yennefer, but I also think it might be Jennifer, and I don't want to be wrong. But I do think that a lot of the events are going to be the same and very similar. I think here, okay, so here's the pet one, right? Here's the Titan one. I think it's very likely that, like the Titan Soulstones, where they have the pets broken down, I think it's very likely they will have the pet fragments or Soulstones broken down in addition to what they have here. This was very raw. They only had 3 or 4 pets at the time this Winterfest started, so I think they're going to add that. I think that will be an addition. Um, and I don't think they're going to change it because I do think it's a big moneymaker for Hero Wars. Like, just being honest here. We have the Titan Artifact gift, and this one had certificates, right? You get 5 certificates, which was a ton at the time. You could get essences. You could get, what was this one? This one was the Titan Fragments, the 3rd Artifact Fragment. We had, different summoning sphere, for the Altar of Elements. And then we had elemental coins. You could pick which, basically, artifact you wanted to upgrade. So these were all things that were available. I definitely took advantage of these certificates. I got my Kark from, like, barely being able to summon him to absolute in a short period of time using these certificates. I got really lucky, but this is definitely the way that I went about it. Okay, and in my opinion, which gift would be better? And I'll get into that in a sec here. Let me just finish up with the last one here, which is the winter skin. So there, I think were 16 total winter skins from last, over the years, right? So year 1, year 2, year 3, year 4. Actually, I think it's in reverse. This was year 4. This was last year. So year 1's hidden, year 2, year 3, and year 4, right? And so now they'll be adding the 5th layer, which would be the Dante, Rufus, uh, Marcus, and what was the other one? Jorgen, right? So those 4 will be added. And basically what we're going to have is, if you collect all the total skins, then the gift will contain only these, basically 500 of each. But yeah, so okay, so that's kind of what we're looking at for the breakdown. And here I had some questions that were asked. And I'm going to open this one again because I know that it revolved around this presents option. So in my opinion, which gift would be better? So that's a great question. And I think it depends if you're sending or if you're receiving. So if you're receiving gifts, you definitely want to, in my opinion, get all the skin gifts because they're exclusive to Winterfest. You can only get them during Winterfest. You cannot for non-mobile. For mobile, you can get them after the fact in Outland. For Facebook and web, you cannot. So I would recommend getting skin gifts if you can. If you're just sending out gifts, I think Titan Soulstone gifts are the way to go. Not only are you helping your guild, but it maximizes the number of Soulstones you're going to get, right? Because not only are you going to get the new hero, right? I don't think they told us the new hero's name. That engineer hero, right? In place of Sebastian here. And then there'll be a hero of the day. But you get more for, how many cookies you're sending out. You get more Soulstones, and I think you personally get better ranking results. And going back to the ranking, I think What's Up Man mentioned this earlier, but okay. When we're looking at the tree, right, there is this send or receive the most presents, and you can check your ranking. When you check your ranking, these are the gifts that they had last year. I don't know if they'll be the same, but they were really good gifts, guys. So the top 3, right, had this option of the golden, elemental spirit summoning sphere. This reward allowed you to pick which totem you were going to get. And same, basically the top three got that for presents sent. For, and the points I think were based off of how many soul stones you got. I'd have to double check that. But anyway, you got really good rewards. And then, I think 4 through 20 or 4 through 10, 4 through 10 got a silver spirit summoning sphere, which basically allowed, you got a random fragment, which is cool. Here you can see I was ranked 14th at the time, and the reward was 100 certificates. That is a lot of certificates. So, no, okay. So, Melissa, what happens is you have the cookies, and then you trade the cookies in, right, to send the gift. So basically, I misspoke earlier. So you get the baubles, you trade them into the tree, and then you get cookies in return. The cookies, then you then take those cookies to send the gifts, right? So to purchase this Soulstone gift, you need to spend 750 cookies, and those cookies then are spent, and then you can pick who you want to send the gift to. Okay, hopefully that made sense. Okay, and then what's up man here says, what if you have the totem maxed already? If you have the totem maxed, I would recommend you don't go for a top rank. That's my honest opinion. I mean, if you want the cool avatar and the cool frame, that's a different thing. But if you are just, I think the biggest reason to rank high is the totems. So if you don't need them, I wouldn't recommend that you go for these totems. And that kind of takes me straight into the Winterfest Letter. This was new last year. This didn't exist prior. So I don't know if they'll do it again this year, but this is what they had last year. So 50,000 baubles. This translates to about 50,000 coins. I believe it's 1 for 1. That was my recollection from last year. So that allowed you to send more gifts. So that's one reason to get this one. 50 pet, soulstone chests of your choice. So this is 250 pet soul coins. So you could pick which pet you wanted. This was a big deal. Pets were brand new at the time. I'm not sure if it's as big of a deal, but if they have it, it's an option. 3 hero soulstone chests. So this is 300 soulstones of your choosing. And then 2,500 chaos particles, 10,000 emeralds, 350 summoning spheres, 50, soulstone skinstone chests, 250 super titan chests, which I think is pretty good, cleaver, and a lesser totem fragment. So you don't get to pick, but this is, in my opinion, was the best reward. The tricky thing is not to open this before you get at least 2 fragments, because the price goes up exponentially in terms of emeralds that need to be spent. So that's just one key that I'm going to point out here. Are there packages to buy during Winterfest? Yes. So there were some packages, but most of them, most of the packages in Winterfest involved just emeralds. And the reason for that was there was this portion of the event, and I'm sorry, I should have screenshotted the tree as well, but you could shoot fireworks, and shooting fireworks cost, I think, 1,000 emeralds, 10,000. It was 10,000 emeralds. Now I'm remembering. It's 10,000 emeralds to shoot fireworks, and when you did that, right, you got 10,000 baubles, which you could trade in for 10,000 cookies. But every time you did that, you were able to send out more presents. So basically, to expedite the process, they had a area where you could just buy emeralds. And buying those emeralds basically translated to shooting fireworks. And you needed those fireworks to go off for the hidden mini game. And so we should have another hidden mini game this particular Winterfest. I will be posting a vid as soon as Winterfest starts, looking for that. But yes, I definitely remember there being packages. And I know that they were talking about adding some more packages. I haven't gotten more details on that, but I heard they were adding more packages. Last time, it was just simply emeralds. And I think there was 1 or 2 days where they had a ×4 event. So right now is a good time to jump on the ×4 sale, in my opinion, if you're going to do it. That's just my hot take. Um, so okay, if you get the silver totem thing and you only have one totem fragment, do you still get the totem based on the element with the most power? It's supposed to be that way, Melissa. Do I know for sure? I do not. But my advice is to not open it if you only have one fragment because of the. Ooh, I don't know if I still have it, but I remember the breakdown more or less. So if we have one totem, it costs 4,500 emeralds. If you were to get your second one, it costs 45,000 emeralds, which is still a much better deal than the next step up, which is that third fragment. So I wouldn't open my totem fragment until I had at least two fragments. That's my honest opinion. And the reason being, you definitely have more control when you open, from the altar using the 45,000 emeralds, just saving them up over time. And I think that's a better move, Melissa, than it is to just simply open your random fragment and take a risk. That's my hot take. Hey, Pocket. Greetings from Peru. Yes, absolutely. So if you get 10K gems, you can absolutely trade them in. The way to trade them in, though, is to go to the Christmas tree. Oop, let me go back. The Christmas tree here. Click on this Christmas tree when it pops up, and you'll see this, right? So once you click on it and you click on decorate the tree, you'll get the option to shoot off fireworks. And shooting off fireworks costs 10,000 gems or emeralds, right, as you're saying. And then you'll get 10,000 baubles, which you can trade in at the decorate the tree area. And you'll get 10,000 cookies, which you can then trade at your receive and send presents, which should look something like this. I don't know if it'll look exactly like that, but something like this. So yeah, you're 100% right, Pocket, and nice to see you from Peru. So hopefully that kind of answers some quick questions of Winterfest. And I know I kind of spoke, a lot of stuff, and I know a lot of players who've already played a Winterfest know. But if anyone has questions about anything that I mentioned, anything that I said, or if they want more clarity, feel free to let me know. I'm more than happy to answer them. I know I went over it kind of quick, and I definitely think I will be making a video, simplifying the content a little bit so people aren't overwhelmed. But you guys are here first. I'm talking with you guys first about the info. Hopefully it helps. I know, people are probably skeptical. Is it going to be the exact same? I think this is what they're going to do. I know they didn't mention it, but this is just it's what they did last year, and it's what they did similar to the year prior. Obviously, they didn't have pet gifts because pet gifts didn't exist. Pets didn't exist at all 2 years ago. But I think that this is going to be very similar to what we see. I think the new hero is going to be here, and we're going to get a hero of the day, which I thought was really cool. So yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking we're going to see for Winterfest. I hope that was more info than what they talked about on the Hero Wars stream itself. I was there. Um, so hopefully that kind of helps a little bit. Yeah, yeah. Okay, good. I'm glad Melissa's saying that, she has a better idea of how the event was. Hey, trainer. Yeah, so I'm not 100% sure that they will have this exact Winter Claus letter. I thought it was awesome. It was the first year they did it. So let me see if it'll open up for me here. Why is it not opening? Here we go. So the letter to Winter Claus. This was brand new. This thing didn't even exist. And this happened, a couple, right when the event started, I want to say. So this was brand new. Yeah, and for me, what ended up happening was, I think, right. I don't know if I'm 100% right on this, but I want to say at this time, obviously, I didn't have Cleaver, but I definitely think I picked these three for myself. Could be wrong. I need to double check, but I know that for every person, things are going to be different. If you're further in the game, you won't need Super Titan chest, But if you're new to the game, Super Titan Chess could be very helpful. But I do think that this was a really good addition that they did last year. They didn't have it the year before, but they had it last year. And last year, I thought this was a great addition. I hope they keep it around. I'm not positive, but if they do, I think it would be an amazing thing. And I think this totem fragment, that'll save you a good amount of money if you have a 2-star fragment already. If you don't, then it'll take you a long time to use emeralds. But I thought that this was the best deal in my opinion for me. And okay, so I hope that this comes. Let me say that, trainer. So I don't quite understand your question, but yeah, you were able to pick 3 different items, and you had a chance of getting one after 7 days. Then after 7 days, right? So one of the 3 was randomly given to you. I think most people found that the first item they clicked on was what they got. So I don't think it was that random, but they said it was random. Okay, so movie star. So exchanging gifts is just with your guild. Yes and no. You can trade with Facebook friends that you have on the same server, right? So let's say you're on server 50. Just I picked a random one. So let's say you're on server 50. You have friends on server 50 who are not necessarily in your guild, but on the same server. You can actually trade with them and send them gifts as well. But I typically recommend sending gifts to your guildmates unless you have multiple accounts on the same server, which you can send gifts to yourself then in that way. Then that's cool. But other than that, I would probably recommend sending gifts to your guildmates. It helps improve your guild. It helps, it just helps all around. So yeah, I would recommend that. So here we have Zane asking, what day does the event start? My understanding is that the event will start on, a typical event day. So Thursday/Friday is my expectation. It's possible it starts Monday, but I think given the track record and how I think, they've done events this year, right? I'm going to say that this year it's going to start Thursday, Friday. So depending on where you live, right? If you're in the States, it's going to be Thursday. Otherwise, it's probably going to be Friday. That's my opinion. It could start Monday. I just think it's much, much more likely that's going to start Thursday. I know for mobile it starts the 22nd. That's already been confirmed. But I just think they're going to start with this Thursday, Friday schedule. They like it this year. Last year they had it start, had random events start Monday. I don't think it's going to be the case this year. If it does, I'm wrong and I apologize, but it's going to be one or the other. It's Monday or Friday. I think it's going to be Thursday or Friday. I mean, I'll be up to check if it's Monday, but I think it's going to be Thursday or Friday. Yep. So I think Gary's right. Is there a mission to open pet eggs at Christmas event? I'm still saving the eggs, but it looks like there won't be any pet events like last year. So pet eggs is actually one of the things in the holiday everyday event. I think they wanted you to open 3 daily. Let me find it. It is number 6. Okay, so this one right here, use pet summoning 1 time. So this is the eggs you're talking about, right? So here you would want to basically open 3 daily, which is tough. If you have more than, I think if you have 10, they automatically force you to open all 10. So they do have it for every day. So for 14 days, they want you to open 3, I think. I'd have to double check. But that's what they did last year. I don't know if they're going to do it again this year. That's what they did last year. I'm just being completely candid. I don't know if they're going to keep it the same. What if you have multiple guilds? I think that's a great question. I think if you spread it out, that's the best you can do. And, just have fun with the event and try to, in my opinion, collect as many skins as possible. I think that's the biggest thing. I'm glad I've been saving my pet eggs just in case, of course. Yeah, I think that's a great call. I personally have not been saving my eggs. I've been saving the portal charges, but I think it's a great call to save your pet eggs if you want to, because I do think it's very, very likely that they do something very similar to last year. Pets were brand new at the time, but I still think pets are relevant. Pets are popular right now. They're popping, right? And as you've seen, they make a huge difference in matchups. And if you haven't seen that, I have a video on it prior. It was an old matchup, right? And that was a pretty astonishing thing to me. If you guys want to know more about that, I can show that later. But yeah, hey Martin, nice to have you here. Hopefully, you're caught up. Maybe not, but nice to see that you're here. This is what we're expecting Winterfest to look like, more or less. I know, last year they had, every time someone shot off fireworks, Santa would be just cruising on through. But yeah, that's really kind of the info that I have for you guys on Winterfest right now. If you guys have more questions, feel free to let me know as well. I'm going to be just kind of running through some of my stuff in game right now. But if you guys have more questions, feel free to let me know. And yes, Yennefer, it will be hard between 120 people if you're in 3 guilds, which it sounds like you're in 3 guilds, right? My best advice is just focus mainly on one. If I'm being honest, if you're going to spend money, just focus on one. But other than that, just do your best to kind of spread gifts. And I personally think it's best to have a partner and just exchange gifts and communicate that with them, whether it's in the game, Discord. Sometimes I know last year for me, I was Facebook friends with someone in my guild, and every time I needed a specific gift, like a skin gift, I would say I'll send you a skin gift if you send me a skin gift, or whatever. We just communicated on Facebook Messenger. I don't think Discord was as big as it is now, but Discord, right? You could message a friend and be like, "Hey, I want to buddy up. I want to send you a gift. Can you send me one back?" Or in the guild chat, often, right? You could say, "Hey, please send me a gift, and I'll send you one." So I think that's how you would do it. Would you know if web and Facebook accounts can exchange gifts? I'm going to go ahead and say no, because web and Facebook are separate entities, even though, right? Even though they are the same game in for the most part, I don't think you can send gifts across platforms, sadly. It's really unfortunate. I wish they just could connect all devices, right? I wish mobile plugged into Facebook and web as well, but it doesn't, and it's unfortunate. I know the devs are making a killing off of that money-wise. So for them it makes sense to keep it separate but as a player, I would much rather have it all combined. It is what it is. So no, sadly, I don't think you can send across platforms. Um, ooh, 4 guilds. Okay, yeah, I would just say try to make sure you communicate with someone, and talk in guild chat and say who can swap a gift with me, right? So like if I give you an X gift, you send me that same gift back. I would just make sure that you let it be known that you have the capability of sending one back, and just do your best. Have fun with it. It's a fun event. It's not supposed to be like super serious and like, you know, everyone's fighting each other. No, you're all in the same guild. Everyone wants to help each other out. So hopefully you guys just have fun. So Martin, yeah, I think the event will start Thursday night. I know people want it to start Monday. I personally would rather it start Thursday, but yeah. So yeah, I wonder what happened with the pet event they promised before Winterfest and after the actual event. I actually asked Daniel that question. He completely ignored me. Classic. But anyway, and I think it's really funny because I get it. He's new. He doesn't really understand some of the concerns that some of the players, have had since, you know, we've been around a little bit long. I mean, I know Daniel's been doing his best. I like him. I think he's a good guy. I think he means well, but I definitely, I think he's still newer to the game. So, when there's players like us who are, been around, I definitely find it annoying too that um, yeah, I definitely find it annoying that they told us we were going to have a pet event before Winterfest, and it's just not going to happen. Yeah, next week, this upcoming week is Winterfest. There's nothing we can do. It's there's no pet event. Sadly, hopefully it will be soon. Um, and yeah, so can you complete all tasks this Winterfest? I would say yes, you absolutely can. But there is one tab, if I remember correctly, that was strictly, based off of purchases. So that one maybe not, but everything else, yes. And let me see. I think the avatars for Winterfest were. Mm, oh no. Oh no. Okay, so these are the ones that I got from Winterfest last year. So some of them were free, some of them were not. But I remember, basically all of these ones with the Christmas lights being involved in Winterfest. That's what I remember. I know some of them were free, some of them were not. Um, so the ones that, that's all you're gonna be really missing out on if you're a free to play player, in my opinion, is you will be missing out on potentially some avatars. But if you spread out your cookies and you send the gifts daily, I think you'll be okay. There might be a day or two that you might struggle to get enough cookies to send out the skin gift to your guildmates, but for the most part, you should be fine. And hopefully your guild is somewhat generous. I know mine's pretty generous, especially during Winterfest. We love Winterfest, so hopefully it'll be a good time. But yeah, I don't know why the preview is so slow right now, but yeah, as you can see, like the skin gift is pretty pricey in terms of the number of cookies that you need. I personally recommend sending the Titan Soulstone gift if you have extra ones, but otherwise, I would say hold on to these guys if you can. Just send what you need to send and have fun with it. So yeah, I think overall the prizes are not bad at all. Um, and yeah, yeah, Melissa, just have fun with it. There's no reason to be stressed. I mean, the one downside of the skin gift is it's random. You don't get to pick which skin gift you're going to get. So someone asked me about that the other day. They were like, "Is it possible for me to pick which skin gift I get because I just want a specific one? Let's say Kira, for example, right?" And sadly, that's not how it works. It's random. You will get more skin gifts than you expect, is my hot take. Overall, I really loved Winterfest. It is a 14-day event. It feels long, but it's super fun in the moment. And Trainer, you're going to be excited. Your first Winterfest. This is the biggest event of Hero Wars. That's just my hot take. It's 14 days. No other event is 14 days. Not even Hero Wars' own birthday is 14 days. Winterfest is the big event. Yeah, I think that's a great way to go about it. Just asking your guildmates what presents they want and who needs what, I think is a great way to go about it. And, I personally like also the quid pro quo where you send one and they give you one back. I like that. But, hey, whatever you guys like is good. Martin, what do you think of the new skin for Jorgen? I love it. I use Jorgen. I use Sebastian. It just depends on the opponent that I'm using. I personally think once it opens here, that the Jorgen skin is going to definitely increase all of Jorgen's stats just across the board. Because magic attack is Jorgen's, that impacts every single one of his skills. So I think it's going to be very beneficial. I think it's kind of bad if you don't have Sebastian. If you don't have Sebastian, everyone who has Jorgen is going to be using Jorgen. That is, I just think it's crazy for them not to. Jorgen gives you more energy and is unstoppable for the most part, unless the opponent has a strong Satori or has a good Sebastian. So Jorgen is a great hero, and you can get him in Outland, which is crazy. So he's definitely a top hero, and with his new magic attack skin, I think it's dope. Um, I'm not sure why they put the birds here. It makes him look like kind of like one of those like antelope, maybe. Especially, it's just weird to me when they have the birds with the cookie and the. I don't know if that's milk. I hope that's milk. But anyway, I would have expected them. They had the one skin where Peppy's just chilling here, like knocked out, right? I think it would have been cool if they had like a little elf here, like knocked out. That's just my hot take, right? Because you have Jorgen. Yeah, trainer. So typically, web and Facebook are the same. So the new hero should be the same as the one on Facebook. I think Alvinor is just going to come later. It is what it is, right? So this is the I think it's the devil skin. Let me look. Yeah, it's the devil skin. So you see Peppy right here just chilling, like KO'd. This would have been sick if they did the same thing but with an elf right here, right? Like they put an elf here, then they want to have the snow on him, right? But you can see like Peppy's complete. KO'd. If they put an elf there, I think that would have been hilarious. Because it would have been Christmas themed, and then he's stealing Santa's cookie and milk with a knocked out elf. I think that'd be hilarious. Instead, we have these birds, and maybe I'm just not familiar with these birds specifically enough, but it just reminds me more of him being like an antelope with the birds on him. So to me, it's a weird design, but cool. Okay, I mean they have the antelope hooves, which again to me is interesting. But okay, fair enough. Overall, I think it's a cool skin, but I still think the coolest one is Marcus, and I want that one really bad. Okay, so Trainer says, yeah. So Trainer, the thing with mobile, and I know Hero War Central said stuff before, but the stuff that's mobile specific, these are going to be the same skins. The difference with mobile is mobile has different statistic bonuses for them. So my understanding is that for mobile, right, these will both be health, and for Facebook and web, this will be armor. This is a typo, and this is physical attack. That's my understanding. Um, we'll see what happens, but that's what I've been told. That's what I understood from Hero Wars, the actual Hero Wars, right, main page. So that's my understanding. Maybe it turns out different, but that's what I understood. Hopefully, you guys got that as well. And let's see. Web will be getting the same skins. Yep, that's what I thought. And eggnog. Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. Movie star. It's eggnog. Okay, I get it. I just think it would have been cooler if Jorgen was kind of like a villain, right? Because he already seems like a bad guy. They might as well have had him, have like a little elf here, and had him steal Santa's milk and cookies. That's my hot take. But anyway, okay, we got full energy here. I better use some of that, and I apologize. Haven't been doing anything here. Yeah, so Martin, you should be able to unlock the Anvari skin. You can unlock any previous winter skin, in addition to the new ones that are coming out, right? So here you can see. So this is what's in the winter skin gift, and here you can see there's another. I can't scroll down because this is a screenshot, but there's 4 skins below this, right? So this is year 1, year 2, year 3, year 4, right? So last year they introduced Anvari, Martha, Lilith, and Arachne, with which now there'll be a 5th layer, right? So this is the 5th year that Hero Wars has been around. We're gonna have the Rufus, Dante, right? So these ones will be added, right? Those 2 will be above these ones, and these 2 will also be added above these 2. So those 4 new skins will be added to the winter skin chest, and you can get any of the 24 now that are going to be random. Wait, let me double check my numbers. No, 16. There'll be 20 now because there's 4 per year, and there's been 5 years. There's 20 total skins in the chest. So if you get all 20, you will be able to get all 20 winter skins. I guess if you already have some of the winter skins, you won't need all 20. And you'll get these 500, 500, 500 skins in exchange. But yes, you will be able to get the Anvari winter skin from last year's event. And I actually really like that one. That one's really cool. I personally think he looks classier with that skin. So I really like that skin. And the skin is actually pretty good. It's physical attack. I believe that relates to, let's see. I thought it related to one of his skills. Oh yeah, the Stone Grasp, which is maybe my favorite one, where it's like just grabbing the opponent, and I like that one. It especially is very effective against Kark. But yeah, so you can definitely get that one through this event and definitely unlock it. So hopefully that really covers some of the Winterfest stuff. If anyone has any other questions, feel free to let me know. I will be doing updates as Winterfest progresses for sure. And I will probably take tomorrow off, personally, from making any vids. It is my birthday. I apologize. Hey, Lynn. Nice to see you here. Hey, Brian. No problem. I did push up the stream an hour, and so no worries at all. If you have any questions about Winterfest, let me know. I will try to cover them real quick. Yeah, so how hard will it be for you to get the new winter skins when you have all the other skins? So I have all the other ones as well. So for me, I just need the 4 new ones. So after you get 4 winter skin chests, you will, because I mean, they don't give you the old ones. That's not going to happen. So after you have all of these, all that's going to be left is for you to get the 4 new ones. And after you get 4 chests, so that's basically 4 days, you will have all 4 of these. And basically after that, you will just be sitting on chests that only give you 500 skin stones for each of the different types. And you'll just be building on your skin stone reserve. So that's what's going to happen. It shouldn't be too tough. It'll take, honestly, in my opinion, like 4 or 5 days for you to clear getting these 4 skins. Oh no! Wow, I should stop saying. um, yeah, I'm sorry. I said 4, and then I'm gonna pause here, and then I'm gonna say skins. So the new winter skins that are coming out. Um, But yeah, thank you very much for the birthday wishes, Ben. Thank you, Lynn. Appreciate that. Movie star, awesome. Great name by the way. And thank you, trainer. I appreciate that. Yeah, I have no shame. I'm turning 25. I know, quarter of a century. It's crazy. Um, but yeah, it should be a good time. And I know Winterfest is coming up. It's just a great time. Am I going out for a milkshake tonight? Um, Probably not tonight, but I might grab one tomorrow. Definitely, it's definitely something I'll consider for sure. I might just go for an icy. Honestly, it's not too far from me, and it's affordable. Living that college lifestyle, but anyway, or that post grad, you get it. But anyway, yeah, thank you guys. I'm glad to stick around for a couple more minutes if anyone has any questions. More than happy to respond and hang out with you guys. I just don't want to, take up any more of your guys' time. That's basically really what I wanted to cover, mainly the stuff for Winterfest. For anyone who came in late, I'm more than happy to stick around and answer any questions until everyone's clear and we're on the same page. But thank you guys for stopping by. It means a lot. And thank you for the birthday wishes. That is also awesome. So I'm just going to do a couple of, I'm just going to run a couple of tasks here. And if anyone has questions, I'll be here. And if not, then I will just quickly make a less in-depth summary of kind of what we talked about and kind of just go from there. So yeah, it's kind of the plan. Make it Thursday night. I would not be opposed. Thursday night sounds good to me. All right, so I think the event's going to start on Thursday, so it should be fun. Should be a good time. And it looks like I think I answered most of your guys' questions. I want to thank you guys again so much for being such great, great people. You just hit level 130 skills. Any advice what you should do next? Okay, so once you hit level 130 with your skills, and you've done that for all 5 of your starting lineup, I would go with support heroes. Support heroes are awesome. If you already have Jorgen and Sebastian at level 130, then I would say consider Faceless is always good. And then tanks. Tanks are important as well. DPS. Okay, Lynn, sorry if this was asked before, but do you remember how many skins you got from the tree? I know it depends on the guild in general, but to have an idea. Yeah, I think for me, I want to say 4 to 6 Winterfest skins were given to me from the tree itself. And I think part of that was, I think it was closer to 6, but I want to keep it low just in case, just so you have a lower number in mind, so that if you get more, then it's good, and if you get less, then you're not mad at me. But I think 4 to 6 was the range that I got, and I think even potentially more because of spending. But I think 4 to 6 was really like the range. So hopefully that answers your question there, Lynn. Um, and thanks, Gary. Thanks for coming in. Appreciate it. And yeah, so hopefully that answers your question, Lynn. You got any other ones? I'm more than happy to answer them. I'm just going to go ahead and play a little bit, but feel free to answer or have any questions and I'll answer them. For those of you guys who were here at the very beginning, thank you so much. I really, really appreciate it. It means a lot. And I hope you guys have a great day. Thank you for sticking around. It means a lot. Perfect. Lynn, I'm glad I answered your question. If anyone has questions about how last year's Winterfest worked, I will also be making a short video on basically what we talked about, less in depth. But, feel free to ask questions on there as well. So I will be doing that. I'm going to actually run some more quests. Hey, question mark, thanks for stopping in. I appreciate it. And because I started a little bit earlier today, I probably am actually going to end right around now. But I just want to thank you guys again for coming in. I know I've been doing it like 20 times already, but I'm going to sign off right now. I will be making a quick vid for you guys. So question mark, if you have any questions regarding Winterfest, feel free to put them on that video. But thank you guys. Have a great holiday season. And I look forward to seeing you